Hey everybody, what's up? It's Sarah the Rebel. So first of all, sorry. I really did mean to make a video for every single day that I'm out of town, but turns out I'm actually a little busier than I thought I was, which is not a bad thing. Also, sorry if this shakes. It's resting on my knees. Another long story. Anyway, the point is, I owe you, so I figured I'd talk a little bit about the latest video game news and my thoughts on it, and then also just some updates at the end about Patreon and everything like that. So that's going to go at the end of the video. So first up, my thoughts on Bloodborne. I don't want to play it. You know why? It's not pretty. And I know that's a horrible thing to have to say, but I like settings, if I'm going to play an RPG, I like settings that are pretty, that are fantastical, that are different, that are sci-fi, that are unique. And Bloodborne is just very dark cityscape kind of settings, and it's really not my style. Those of you who know how I feel about Korra know that I also hated that kind of 18th century, or yeah, I think it's 18th or 19th century look. I think it's 19th century. I'm stupid. Anyway, that kind of industrial period of time is one of my least favorite times in history. So having a fantasy setting kind of in that world with creepy, ugly-looking things with bags on their heads and hellhounds and mean, evil piggies, none of that was appealing to me. So very sorry, but I won't be playing that game. Jaws of Hakkon has a release date for PS4. It's May. Or not a release date, release month. It could come the end of May. We don't know. A few thoughts on that. Obviously, companies wouldn't do this sort of thing if it didn't make them money. So somehow, someway, it must behoove BioWare and EA to do these kind of exclusivity deals with Xbox. They must be making money off of it somehow. It just pains me because by the time it comes out in May, I'll have had to spend, 2 months avoiding spoilers about the DLC, and then I'll probably feel like it's not worth the same amount of money because it came out so late, but you know for darn sure they're going to charge us the same amount of money. So, pretty disappointed in all of that, and it's very annoying, and I'm just truly hopeful that they get enough of a backlash that they are able to not do that for other DLC, but I guess we don't know. And then I've heard one or two people like, we'll never get DLC as great as Awakening. To be fair, I see more of Awakening in Dragon Age Inquisition than I did in Dragon Age 2. And Awakening was an expansion, not just DLC. It wasn't just add-on content. That was like an actual expansion to the game. So we don't know. We could definitely see something that big come to Dragon Age Inquisition. So, and Awakening was not the first DLC that we received for Dragon Age Origins. So don't get all sad and mopey and whatnot over Jaws of Hakkon if it wasn't what you wanted. I haven't been looking at reviews because I don't want to spoil myself, but it seemed like for people able to play it that they liked it. So, we'll see. What else happened in the news? Oh, there was a bunch of stuff. Oh, April Fool's is tomorrow. Meaning don't believe any news stories that you see coming out of gaming sites. Just don't do it. Oh, there was something else I wanted to talk about. I knew I should have wrote this down. Anyway, it was personal gaming news. I beat 2 bosses in Rogue Legacy while you guys weren't watching. I know, right? Like, why? I was playing so good, too. Like, Aaron kept looking up and going, nice. And I was like, I know, right? I'm doing really nice. And then I'm fighting the boss, and I'm very focused, and I defeated the first boss, and I, like, squealed in joy. So Aaron looks up, Cap1 looks up, and he's like, oh, you beat a boss. I'm like, you didn't even see that fight. And then I was like, okay, now I have an idea of how to do this. So I used the Architect a lot, went to the woods, and played over and over again until I beat the second boss. Right now I'm working on my third boss. If I beat all 4 bosses this week while I'm not streaming, I will be so angry. But I'm addicted and I kind of can't stop playing. Anyway, hopefully I'll spend a lot of my time writing. So I guess you know what? For my next video, I'd love it in the comments if you could give me things you'd like me to talk about that are happening in the video game world, and I will happily cover them. Also, Woman Up Podcast goes up at 8 p.m. tomorrow, 8 p.m. PST. This week, Holland is taking my place. You may know her. She's a Geek and Sundry vlogger, or she was a Geek and Sundry vlogger. Now she's a Geek and Sundry intern. Anyway, Holland is taking my place, so Katrina and Holland are talking about all kinds of things. So you should make sure to tune into that. It's on my Twitch channel. I'll put the link below. Sorry they keep shaking it. It's on my knees. It's on my knees. I I'm in Oakland, by the way, in case you were curious where I am. Hanging out at Cap One's parents' house. Oh yeah. You know, there were things I needed to tell you. Patreon? I don't know. So people have voted, and they want me to do my erotic and love poems. I realize I can't quite film that this week, or if I do, it'll be at the hotel later on during the weekend, because that would be awkward for them to walk in on and to hear, because I'd be loud. So we're not filming that until I am no longer at Cap One's parents' house. So let me know if you know what, no, I'll tell you about how I'm going to do that one. You'll be fine with it. Also, if you like Cards Against Humanity, we are going to play together. If you're part of the Rebel crew, look for the hashtag. Information is there. Anything else? Oh, and if you haven't already voted, you should vote on what game I play next on my Patreon page. And if you haven't become my patron and you're like, what are you talking about? Donate $1 to me. Set a limit of $1, and once a month, I take your money, and you get a video. It is a beautiful exchange, but it's like $1. It's fine, just $1. Anyway, that's all I can think of. Sorry for all the uhs, ums. I really didn't plan this out very well. I was just like, I have to make a video because I promised them I'd make a video. Ah! So that's what's happening. Alright, I have been Sarah the Rebel. You have been not a cookie, though I wish you were, and I hope you have a great day. Alright, bye.